Yo, what's up, world? Welcome back to the channel. APW Sports signing in, and today is another Chicago Bear preview and prediction video. As we are playing on prime time Monday Night Football, we are traveling on the road once again to LA, and we are taking on the Los Angeles Rams, who come into this game at 4-2. We come in at 5-1. But before I get into any preview or predictions, I just want to make sure that you guys are staying absolutely safe. I know it's still a lot going on out here, and I just want to make sure that you guys are staying absolutely safe. And also, about 60 to 70% of the people that watch my channel are not subscribed to the channel. So, if you fall into that category, go ahead right now and click that subscribe button, and also click the notification bell to be notified of when I post a brand new video. But enough with that said. Without further ado, let's dive into it. First up, let's talk about our opponents. Let's talk about the Los Angeles Rams. They come into this game 4-2. Now, originally, I'll be honest with you guys, I did not think this Los Angeles Rams team will be necessarily at this point right now coming into this game at 4-2. But the way this offense has been playing, despite a slow day last week against the San Francisco 49ers on Sunday night, this Rams offense is still a huge threat and still you have to deal with. You have Jared Goff, who has been playing really solid this year. He's had some good moments. He's had some bad moments. Bad moments last week. The previous few weeks, he's been playing really well. But I think last week was more of San Francisco having a real game plan to stop this offense versus just this offense is not very good. They come in with Cooper Kupp and Robert Woods, one of the better receiving duos in the NFL, with Tyler Higbee, who has been a real surprise at the tight end position for the Rams. You have Darrell Henderson Jr. with the running the football, who has been a really good surprise, especially replacing Todd Gurley's absence as he left to go to the Atlanta Falcons. So this offense is a real deep threat, and they are going to take shots down the field. They have been proven to push the ball down the field over the past couple of weeks with the play calling and the way that they set this entire offense up. The running game has been really good so far. Darrell Henderson Jr., averaging about 5 yards per carry, has been really productive in this offense, and he is a barreling type of running back, so he's going to take a lot to get him to the ground. So you're going to have to deal with a ton of weapons and a ton of things that they can throw at you with Sean McVay and the way that he calls games and the way that he sets up this entire offense. So even though I think this offense is very good, they're going to have to be productive on both fronts, especially throwing the ball deep down the field in order to have success throughout the course of this game. Now we move to the defensive side of the ball, and we all know the first name that is going to come up with this Rams defense is Aaron Donald, who is arguably the best player, not just defensive player. He's arguably the best player in the NFL, the way he dominates games. He leads the league in sacks as an interior defensive lineman. Just think about that. An interior defensive lineman leading the league in sacks. That's unheard of, especially in this modern day of football where you're more concerned about the outside rush versus the inside rush. So for him to dominate the way he has in the passing game and the running game, you're going to have to plan to stop this man. And the Rams also have a very good corner in Jalen Ramsey, who has been playing excellent football so far. He's one of those corners where he's not afraid to tackle. He's not afraid to get in your face. He's going to trash talk you. So this Rams defense, now I'm not going to say it is an elite defense by any means. I'm not going to say that this Rams defense is one of the worst defenses. It's more of a middle of the pack defense. And to be honest with you, I think it's more carried by Ramsey and Donald, their absolute stellar play, versus just this defense being schematically better than most teams. We're also going to have to deal with a former Bear on the other side, and Leonard Floyd. He's probably going to come back looking for some revenge on this football team. So I think the Rams defense has to play better against the pass despite Ramsey. And also this Rams defense has to protect the run better, because last week they were really dashed in the running game by the San Francisco 49ers. They're going to have to step up. They're going to have to play just a tad bit better in the running game for them to have success. But now we move on to the Chicago Bears. Now, we're coming into this game 5-1. A lot of people didn't predict us to get to this point in this season at 5-1. A lot of people are still against us, which is just fine. But the one thing I'm going to look forward to seeing in the Chicago Bears team is if they make any adjustments on the offensive line, or if they make any adjustments to get some sort of a running game going. Now, you guys know I've been critical of this running game almost pretty much all season, but last week really opened my eyes as to why the Bears do not run the football as much. Even though we did have over 20 rushes in last week's game, they were not all necessarily productive rushes because this offensive line has not played very well. And this offensive line is going to have to play well, especially when you're dealing with a beast like Aaron Donald on the other side. So this running game has to have some sort of steam. This running game has to play a lot better. And I still question Matt Nagy's play calling. Despite the win last week, there are still plays where I just say, why run this, why run that? I still question a bit of Matt Nagy's play calling. Nick Foles, he's very, very streaky. Last week showed it. He had some good moments. He had some moments like, what are you doing with the football? Why are you throwing this? So he's going to have to be on the good side of that streaky side to really attack this Rams defense. But the main thing with this offense is the offensive line has to protect. This offensive line has to have a game plan in order to stop Aaron Donald. And this offensive line has to produce in the running game, because the Rams defense is not necessarily a great defense against the run. So you're going to have to block your man up front for this Bears offense to succeed. And also, I feel Anthony Miller or Darnell Mooney has to step up and be that second receiver, because outside of Allen Robinson, our wide receivers have not really been consistent throughout the season. We have good games and we have bad games, but we don't have that number 2 consistent receiver. And they're probably going to lock Jalen Ramsey on Allen Robinson for the majority of the game. We're going to have a second receiver consistently get open outside of Jimmy Graham and Cole Kmet, who I'm glad they're using more in this offense. Now we move to the Bears defensively. This Bears defense is one of the top defenses in the league, despite their lackluster play at times against the run. This Bears defense is hard to throw on, and Eddie Jackson the last 2 weeks has not had a single target go his way. A lot of people are saying Eddie Jackson's not showing up, but when teams don't throw his way because they respect his speed, they respect his instincts so much, it's really hard to really say he's playing bad when they're not throwing the football this way because they respect him so much. Now, Jalen Johnson has been, we can call it just rookie corner. Teams are picking on him. So I'm going to have my eye on him for majority of the game, because an offense like the Rams are more than likely going to pick on him. And Kyle Fuller has been, let's just say, another Pro Bowl so far, steady season. He's been productive. He has been blocking passes. He's been locking up guys for the most part this year. The only thing about this Bears defense is the run defense has to be there. The front four has to play a little bit better against the run, especially with a Rams team that likes to attack against the run. Our pass rush is getting there, having 4 sacks last week against Teddy Bridgewater. This Bears pass rush is really getting home. Khalil Mack, Robert Quinn, Akeem Hicks have really been doing a good job up front rushing the passer. The linebackers and Roquan and Trevathan have been playing a lot better. especially last week. Roquan Heaven's one of his better games against the Carolina Panthers. So the key matchups that I'm looking forward to in this game is how will the Rams offense attack the Bears' top 10 pass defense. The Rams passing offense is ranked in the top half itself. Jared Goff has been playing very well. He's been attacking deep down the field most of the year. So I'm looking to see if Cooper Kupp and Robert Woods can consistently get open on Jalen Johnson, Eddie Jackson, Kyle Fuller, and the crew. And the key for this is the Bears have to create some turnovers on the defensive side of the ball, because the Rams offense is one of those offenses where when it gets hot, it is hard to stop. So I feel that the Bears have to create some turnovers in order to win this football game. And another key matchup that I am really looking for is how will this Bears offense attack Aaron Donald? What will be the game plan to really contain and slow down the beastly presence of Aaron Donald? What will they do? What kind of blocking schemes will they have? How will they run the football? How will they have different pass sets in order to confuse, in order to block Aaron Donald? That is another thing I am going to look forward to watching in this game. But with all that said, who I am picking for this game will be the Chicago Bears. Well, guys, do you really think I'm going to do anything different to pick the Bears? But main reason I'm picking the Bears is because I think defensively, the Bears will find a way to slow down this Rams passing game. I feel like they will play a bit better against the run. Last week, we did a solid job against the run. So this Bears defense is hard to throw on, and the Rams can be pass happy at times. So I feel this Bears defense will force the Rams to really be pass happy and forget the run. And I also think that Nick Foles and this Bears offense will find a little bit of a rhythm, play solidly to keep this Rams offense off the field. I think they will do a little bit more in the short passing game than they will in the running game, honestly, to keep away from Aaron Donald. So I think the game plan against Aaron Donald is going to work to a certain extent. He's still going to have an impact on the game, but I honestly think that the Bears game plan offensively could slow down Aaron Donald and have them move the football on this Rams defense, who in the linebacker core has not necessarily been playing their best. So with all that said, I feel that the Bears will come out. They will win this game 21-17 on the road, Monday Night Football at that brand new, beautiful SoFi Stadium. And the Bears will move to 6-1 on this season and will quiet all the people that are hating on this squad. But that is all I have for you guys today. Be sure to like the video, comment your thoughts down below of what you think the score will be between the Bears and the Rams, what you think will happen, your thoughts, because I actually read the comment section, and I would love to see what you guys think about this matchup between the Bears and the Rams on Monday Night Football. And also subscribe to the channel and click that notification bell so you won't miss a single video. We are still on the 1,000 subscriber grind, and I will not be at this position without the love and support that you guys have shown towards me and this channel. But APW Sports signing out. Make sure you guys stay safe. Have a great and excellent day, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace out.
I wanna say thank you to my mom and my daddy for making love the night that you had me. Wanna thank my friends, my sister and my brother.